It's one of Australia's favourite tourist towns at the centre of a blustery battle. Locals taking a stand against an energy giant.
They wouldn't put a wind farm near Uluru, or they wouldn't put a wind farm at the Barrier Reef. So why here?
I think they don't quite realise what they've taken on here. We're not just a bunch of yokels. We feel very passionately about this and we are armed and dangerous.
Whoa. A Tassie town turbocharged over turbines.
Bugger off and put it somewhere else.
The farmer.
I think they think that we're an easy target and we're soft and they can get away with it.
And are you?
No way.
The fisherman.
We're sick of being sold out and done over, and I've had a lifetime of it, and I'm not taking it anymore.
The business owner.
They're trying to say, well, this wind farm will be a tourist attraction. It won't. That's not why people come here.
And the shop and bar owner.
Just go away. I love my community and I love the people in it. They all stick together and this will cause division and we don't want that.
You see, it's about what we value. Money or this town and our landscape, which is already delivering far more than these wind towers ever can.
I'm just wondering why this is even being considered.
Stanley is Tasmania's top tourist town, virtually untouched since the 1800s. Locals will tell you it has the cleanest air in the world, powered by the roaring 40s, straight off Bass Strait. Oh, how's that wind?
Yes, beautiful.
You don't come to Stanley as a tourist if you want excitement or if you want theme parks, because there are none. But what Stanley does have is this, the Stanley Nut, 143 metres tall and one of the top tourist attractions in Tasmania. And no company promised the locals is going to rock up and ruin that.
There's plenty of fight in this old dog.
For locals like Louise Payne, Stanley, with its history, peace and natural beauty, is the perfect place to live. And the Stanley Nut, the base of an old volcano, the perfect draw card for 100,000 tourists a year.
It's everything. It's like a blanket that comforts us all. We're like little diamonds underneath this gorgeous edifice. It's beautiful and it's so significant.
Trouble is, a Sydney company called Epuron says Stanley is perfect too, for a 12-turbine wind farm on the town's doorstep, each turbine 150 metres tall. So where's it going to go?
Well, you look across there, you can see the tower.
See the tower,
Yeah.
the mast, yeah?
They're estimated when the blades go on, it's going to be 60 metres higher than that.
For cattle and sheep farmer Robert Smith, this view would become this view, and his view?
We're going to get nothing out of it.
But aren't they going to put the electricity through the grid?
Yes, but we're not going to get it. They're talking about sending the power to Melbourne, and our power's not going to be any cheaper, or we're going to be left with an ugly side.
So this proposal is the closest wind farm to a town in Tasmania. It's in breach of the guidelines on the Wind Farm Commissioner's website, which says they should be more than 5 kilometres from a town boundary. The actual town boundary, this wind farm is 3.
Kerry Houston runs the Ship Inn, an historic bed and breakfast. Right behind her, the famous Stanley Nut.
Nothing's going to compete with the Nut. It is a standalone champion at the end of this peninsula and it shouldn't be industrialised. It should be protected.
Go away, take your project and don't come back, because we don't want them here. We like it the way it is.
Fisherman Craig Garland says locals support renewables, but in the right place, and that is not Stanley.
And we're squabbling amongst ourselves. They promise a handful of cash to a few, and this is politics.
I do think there are real opportunities for the community to benefit from this wind farm.
Donna Bolton is from Epuron. The Sydney-based company says it's not going away and wants to win over the locals.
I haven't heard of anywhere that a wind farm has had an impact on tourism, and I don't believe there are any studies to show that.
That's all very well, says Louise Payne, but if tourists stop coming...
Well, number one, my business will be dead. People don't want to come and stay where there are wind farms because they can't sleep. I won't be able to sleep.
Do you worry about the sound?
Well, everyone lady has told us there'll be no sound up until 2 or 3 weeks ago. She said, you'll have to put up with it.
I think there's a risk they'll be even taller. There's a risk that once they sell on the approvals that the new owner will put in an amendment to increase the height because there's more wind higher up.
The line is full and the connection capacity is full, so there would be no reason to build bigger turbines on this site.
You love a bit of wind here?
Well, that's Stanley. We're 7 miles out in the ocean. When you come to Stanley, you've got to toughen up. But there are days here, it's beautiful.
Obscene, just not the right place.
They've got to be nuts.